kind of the same as St. Patrick's Day. Do NHL teams do St. Patrick's Day games? I would assume they do. I would see no problem if they did. If, you know, the players all went out and wore green and gold versions of their jerseys, I think that's fine. I think that's fun because you want to draw in customers from different places.
The ribbon.
You're a ribbon bully.
I don't want to. Okay. Okay.
Blammo.
I better not gonna be demonetized for that. Well, no, it doesn't matter. I don't make money on this anyway. Hopefully, I just don't get DMCA struck.
Live show tonight, guys. 4:30 p.m. Head over to saltmustflow.com or go to the description box. Find us on Rumble.
That seems
we'll be
okay.
discussing some more of this clown world nonsense.
So Rumble's like the Rumble's like
sports.
the conservative YouTube now, right? Is that what I'm understanding? God, these are, oh boy.
Football might be back on the menu. Frozen puck.
This person looks
ball
like they haven't slept
something
in
might be
5
back on the
days.
menu. Looks like the NHL
Uh-huh.
has taken a strike and a blow against straight phobia. Start using their terms. Start using their Marxist.
Nobody says
Stalinist
straight
terms
phobia.
right against them.
Marxist Saul Alinsky, my dude. Okay, this is funny.
What you
Marxist Saul Alinsky.
Take that stupid cis word, throw it right their direction, would you? The cisphobe. That's right. Based
Nobody's
NHL
straight phobic.
players
It's not a
taking
thing.
a stand against this hate against straight people, saying, "Listen, not really interested in wearing a rainbow flag. I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to go out
That's cool.
and play hockey ball over here dressed as a rainbow.
It's a puck.
About sexual orientation. I kind of
Okay.
just want to wear my team's logo, and then I just want to
Aren't you usually wearing like a rainbowed version of the team's logo though?
play the hockey ball.
Right. Okay.
Ray, you want your way to ribbon?
Oh my God.
I don't want to wear any of this nonsense. I just want to play sports. And left wing.
Right. Whoa. That I totally understand that, but unfortunately, you signed a contract with a sports team that has an entire marketing department and has tickets to sell. This is what happens when you commodify the viewing and entertainment of sports. Just saying.
Nuts who don't even watch hockey are the most upset about this. Good. Eat your angry O's and die lonely.
Oh, no, he's
Here
above
you've
me.
got
Okay.
Post-millennial. NHL may cancel
Oh, is this on
LGBT
Post-millennial? Okay.
Pride nights as
Cool.
a growing number of players refuse to wear rainbow gear. How many nights of Pride do you have in the NHL? How many nights
I'm curious. Let's find
is
out.
the NHL reimbursed by the federal government to force their players into wearing rainbow? I mean, how many of my tax dollars?
Wait, how many of your tax dollars? The government pay you to put on Pride nights. The reason why any hockey team or venue puts on Pride nights is to promote more attendance. That's why, because they want to sell more tickets to X or Y game. That's the only reason. Is it? That okay?
Are being floated to Canada to force players to wear rainbows, because that's the only reason that this makes any sense. That this is massive money laundering.
Also, isn't this happening in June?
Government,
which is
backed up by
like
ours, I'm
Pride
sure,
Month.
is taking
So,
federal
probably
money
gonna have like
and
a game
dumping it into
a week, maybe.
corporations to perpetuate this. The players don't want this. The fans don't want this. Gay people don't want this. Who wants to force somebody, other than left-wing tyrannical numbnuts, who wants to force people into their ideological sphere? Lefties. That's it. Republic. I want to be left alone. Just leave me the hell alone. I don't want to engage in your nonsense. I don't care about you idiots.
What about gay NHL fans? Does he think that there aren't gay NHL fans? And are gay NHL fans like, nah, fuck that, don't do Pride? Is there polling on that? Can I get some facts to go with these feels?
I don't care what you morons on the left are doing. Just stay away from kids. Stay away from kids.
Wait. If you don't care what we're doing, just stay away from kids. It's hockey. It's adult hockey. What's the problem here? Then what's the issue? If it's just the kids, why are we talking about professional sports that adults participate in?
and stop burning down cities. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much to ask?
Ah, yes.
Is that too much to ask?
I love.
Could you please stop killing black
I love the
people?
burning down cities thing.
Wow, it's weird. Will Antifa
That's
and
always my
BLM
favorite.
please stop burning down Detroit and killing black people? I know it's
Is Detroit burning?
But what are you gonna do?
Is Detroit burning?
But this is leftism for you.
Also, it's really funny to me because a lot of times people point to Detroit as like this like leftist hellscape or something. Detroit is the way that it is because of our liberal policies of of moving like all sorts of manufacturing jobs out of the country. Like Detroit is the crown jewel, or at least was the crown jewel, I should say, in what used to be the Midwest and Middle America's manufacturing hub. But now it's not, because it's fallen apart, because corporations and CEOs and everybody else decided we can make more money by employing more desperate workers in third world countries and then selling the cars for the same prices, increasing our profit margin. So we moved everything over into Mexico, moved everything into China, and boom, now we don't have to pay American prices for wages. And now, our profit margin goes up. Our investment into workers is now lower, and our prices stay the same. So this isn't even a leftist thing. It's capitalism. At the end of the day, this is global capitalism we're talking about. That's the problem.
No. You must wear the ribbon. Hey, this guy don't want to wear the ribbon. There you go, the ribbon. No. I just want to play hockey.
What is happening?
And so you got a bunch of these players like, listen, I didn't sign up for any of this. I'm not interested in doing any of this.
Well, that's
How come
nice.
nobody cares about their religious beliefs? Oh, well, that's a dumb question. I know the answer to that. It's because they're Christians. It's because they're Russian Orthodox. It's because they're Catholic.
The Russian Orthodox?
No. You're still legally allowed.
Wait, question. Are you not allowed to be Christian on the field? Is that a thing you're not allowed to do? Keep in mind, these sports teams are not government entities. You can pray on the field or on the ice. Do people pray on the ice? You can pray on the ice all you want. There is no body stopping you from doing that. I don't know.
Allowed to discriminate against white people and Christians. That's fine. So these people.
You're right. You can't be white and play hockey. There are no white hockey players. There are no white Christian hockey players. It doesn't exist.
This is an affront to my personal religious beliefs. And then they write these entire dissertations on Instagram.
Nice.
All right, I saw the dude on the left's last one.
Well, thank you, Dr. Strange.
Listen. Congratulations.
If only I could make Hassan's money.
Good work. Good work. You're gay. Awesome. Nice work. Yeah.
Well, nobody's arguing that you need to be gay. It's not like you put on a rainbow jersey and like you're required to suck dick later on that night after the game. It's just a jersey to promote Pride Month. The same way there's you have, I'm trying to think, like I don't know NHL that well, so I don't know what kind of special like event nights that they have, but you go to any like sporting event, any sporting team, they do fucking family night. They do fucking I don't know sports. All right, I'm not a sports guy. But what if some of the players don't like Pride Month? Well, if they don't like Pride Month, that's fine, but they do work for okay. So this is one of the cases where your employment and your personal values end up clashing. The goal of any sports team is to make money, right? And during during June, during Pride Month, a lot of companies, they put rainbow flags on their logos. They, if it's like a storefront, they might put the flag out front. They do all of this in pursuit of one thing and one thing only. And it's attracting more people who might be sympathetic to gay folks, might be gay themselves, might not be anything. But they want to attract more customers by appealing to some cultural some cultural identity. It's kind of the same. I just thought about it. Kind of the same as St. Patrick's Day. Do NHL teams do St. Patrick's Day games? I would assume they do. I would see no problem if they did. If, the players all went out and wore green and gold versions of their jerseys, I think that's fine. I think that's fun because you want to draw in customers from different places. Now, they might not be doing that right now because they probably already get a lot of people who already participate in St. Patrick's Day. But still, if that was a group that they didn't make a lot of money from, or that's a demographic that they don't reach very well, you kind of appeal to that group's one of those groups like Holiday or something to kind of motivate them to be like, oh, I've never gone to a hockey game, but that's kind of cool. They're doing a Pride thing. They're doing a St. Patrick's Day thing. They're doing a 4th of July thing. Oh, that's cool. I'm patriotic. Maybe I'm part Irish, or maybe I'm gay. I'll go do that. That's something different to do. That's all they want, is to make money. And there are employees that are going to, if they're these players, they're like, well, I don't want to wear this stuff. To which, not that I'm a big fan of it, but at the end of the day, you signed up to be on this team. You get paid a lot of money during this team. If you want to sit out, then you take a money hit. Then you call out from work and you're not getting paid for that day. They take that out of your contract. But this whole like, oh, why should I have to do it? It's like, well, as an employee of any job, if you've worked like any job, there's a uniform you have to wear. Do I always like the uniform? I used to work at IKEA. Did I like the fucking yellow uniform and blue uniform and all that shit? Not really. Is it representative of the Swedish flag? Yeah. Am I, do I have some kind of pride around Sweden? No. But, it's my job. It's just kind of my job. They tell me what uniform to wear. I wear it, or I don't get paid, or I can go home for the day, but I still don't get paid. It's not really that unique. Every single day we're told by bosses, we're told by the companies we work for, that we have to align with what will make them money, because that's, at the end of the day, what we're selling our labor for. As workers, we say, okay, I'm going to show up for an hour, and for an hour of my work time, you will pay me X dollar. And the idea is that any employer goes, within that hour, I'm going to pay you X dollar, and you're going to make me Y dollar amount. And in between there is what I pay you. And, there's usually things attached to that. Oh, I'm going to pay you this amount, but you need to wear what I tell you to wear. You need to, same with like Disney, any of these other places. It's not really that unique of a situation, I suppose. Let's see. They didn't sign up to that. This is a new thing. Well, no, they didn't sign up for specifically Pride Month, but they signed up to participate. How many times have you gone to an NHL game or an NBA game or any of these games, and there's players doing like ads for beer, or ads for betting websites, or ads for any of the rest of this stuff. All of this is usually rolled into a contract that's like, hey, you need to participate in the promotion of this business because we need you, because we're basically selling a lot of these tickets on your guys' name, the exploitation of your labor and your person. By no means do I think that these contracts aren't exploitative, but usually broad promotion is part of the deal you get to make millions of dollars to play a sport. That's, it's kind of one of the, if you wanted to sign your contract and be like, hey, I don't want to participate in a Pride thing, that's probably something you need to take up with your lawyers and with your contract negotiation. As leftists used to support the individual rights and dignity of workers over the corporate overlords. Well, okay, so as a leftist, I don't support or promote the lordship of any of these like privately owned businesses. But unfortunately, that's not like, it's not the conversation we're having. If we want to talk about the, if we want to have a conversation about, the relationship that a worker has to the means of production, in this case, if they're a athlete, they themselves are the means of production. They are the ones creating the value through their athletic acumen. There is a conversation I like we can have about that, but that's not this conversation. The die has been cast on this specific scenario, and the hyper focus on it, to me, like, I guess my issue with it is there's this idea that this is new, that this is a new phenomena, that players have to do things that they don't like doing or that they don't want to do, right? But it's not a new thing. And if we had talked about it for the last 10 to 20 years about the rights of players, about the rights of players to take political stances, I'm all for it. When Colin Kaepernick kneels during the as a protest during whatever fucking game he was playing, or I think it was during the national anthem or whatever, people got really fucking upset and were like, hey, you can't do that. But I supported that person because I'm like, well, they're allowed to protest, they're allowed to do what they want. And as much as I think these folks should be allowed, it has to be a two-way road. We have to support Colin Kaepernick's protest, and if these people would like to protest, I support that too. But I'm not going to play this game where it's like, oh, NFL players who kneel during the national anthem can't do it, but NHL players can sit out of pride games and and not catch flack for it. And either way, if they're not being paid, so what? Then all right, you don't get paid. But I don't know if anybody's going to be fired for not participating in the pride events. I don't know what the consequences are. You can say your speech, and Colin Kaepernick did as an example, and he paid the price by not getting a lot of field time, amongst other things. But the consequences for these guys are going to be, all right, you don't want to show up for the Pride nights, you're not getting paid for any of those. You're not going to get paid for those, and I think that's fine. But it's always this when it's the right, or when it's this kind of issue, it's we need to talk about the rights of players. But the left has been talking about the rights of players for a long time now, but it feels like only the right's only interested in the rights of players when it's advantageous to their politics. Laura Ingraham got on her program on Fox News, and we had to hear the shut up and dribble. Well, if it's good enough for LeBron James to shut up and dribble, then it's good enough for these players to shut up and hit the puck. Either, it has to be both ways. We can't do this where it's only one side gets to be the victims here. But let's finish this up, and then I got to run.
I'm a Russian Orthodox individual over here, and promoting sexual orientation goes against my religion. So I just want to play hockey, so I won't be wearing
hockey's
gear.
Hockey's not a part of your religion. So
rainbow colors. I just want to go out and play sports ball.
You don't like
I have
rainbows?
No hate in my heart.
Are rainbows anti?
I don't care what you're doing. I think it's great that you're out there doing stuff, because I don't want to be forced into participating in something that goes against my religion. And the entire mainstream media press and all of these people who don't watch hockey screamed the loudest and said, he must wear he should be arrested, and he should be fired, and his children should go hungry.
I don't think nobody's saying that.
What about the fans who want to watch that dude play? What about the fans who, if you keep firing our dudes, we're not going to watch you play?
Wait, are people are people being fired for this? I've never seen evidence that anybody's been fired for not wearing rainbow gear. That seems like a bit of a stretch.
Out of that federal subsidy. You're going to run out of that federal rainbow subsidies eventually.
What is he talking about? There aren't federal subsidies for rainbow jerseys.
I haven't seen a baseball game. I haven't seen a football game. I haven't seen a hockey game in years now. And I'm not the only one. There's tens of millions of people just like me who are done getting... This was supposed to be an escape for us, and you're jamming your politics into it, and it's...
I'm sorry. Sports have always had politics, and sports and politics have always intersected. They said the same thing about Muhammad Ali. Why are you bringing politics into sports? Sports are not devoid of politics. At the end of the day, any form of entertainment that involves people will eventually intersect with politics, because it's people. People are, at the end of the day, politically aligned this or that way, or have opinions and want to share those opinions, want to boost those opinions, want to live those values. At the end of the day, somebody kneeling at the fucking touchdown line or whatever the fuck and doing a prayer after they got a touchdown, that's politics. Now you might not think it's politics, because to you that's not political, but it is. It is an aspect of politics. There's Anyway.
The thing that you guys got left now is federal money being laundered into you for diversity. And that's going to run out. That's going to run out, and then the sport will be destroyed. But again,
Let's see. HTTPS, New York Times. Okay, I'm just going to gleam immediately. Basketball, NBA, Anthony Edwards, fine, homophobic. Okay, let me take a guess here. Said some homophobic shit, and whatever basketball team he was on, fined him and probably benched him. Would you like to know the reason?
Again, the people who destroyed the sport weren't watching the sport in the first place, so they don't care. They don't care. But this is an economic sector that will be destroyed. Economic opportunities will be destroyed.
The NHL will be
and
fine.
That's cultural Marxism. That's communism. Communism is a weapon. It's a weapon for dumb, stupid idiots.
I don't think he knows what communism
You're
is.
falling right into it. So these guys are done. And the NHL is now put in a situation where the backlash from people who don't watch hockey over hockey sports players not wearing the rainbow is now.
Well, the real question becomes, which group is bigger? Is the bigger group in the group that spends more money, the group that's upset about the pride flag stuff, or is the bigger group the side that doesn't give a shit about the pride stuff? Because that's also the case. Keep in mind, I said it earlier, the only reason they are doing any of this is to market and make money. Money. That's it. That's it. It's the only reason. There is nothing else at play here. The NHL does not give a fuck about gay people, not give a fuck about trans people. It cares about the dollars that are in those communities' pockets. And that's what they want. That's it. That's why this person who linked some NBA player who got fined for homophobic statements, the reason for that is because they threatened the bottom line of whatever NBA organization, whatever basketball organization they were working for. That's it. They'll say it's because it was this. They'll say it because it was harmful. They'll say it because it was mean. All these things. All that's bullshit. The only reason is because at the end of the day, it's going to cost them money. And the minute and you can see this in every other workplace. You can see this. What is this? NBA. Okay. You can see this if you've worked anywhere. The minute you start speaking out against the company in a way that will harm their bottom line, you can see the fucking door. You'll see this almost everywhere you work. Go into your job and start like saying some, say something homophobic, say something Christian phobic, say anything deeply political. Corporations, companies do not want to get on the wrong side of especially negative politics. They always want to be just supporting everybody equally in no particular manner. They don't want to ever be in opposition to anything unless being in opposition makes them more money. The thing that they're after is money. So just always keep that in mind. It's just money. It's just money. They just want to make money. That's it.
Now getting so big that they're like, okay, well, listen, maybe we'll just stop.
And if you're going to cost them money, just like Tucker Carlson, if you're going to cost them money, it doesn't matter if they agree with you. Even if the owner's like homophobic, they'll be like, you cost me a lot of money. I can't have you here.
People are like, listen, this is a bad look for us, man. This is insane. Yeah. And the people screaming the loudest and the people forcing people to wear rainbow nonsense over here are straight chicks. Big old fat, ugly, straight, liberal chicks who don't watch sports ball.
So again, Guy Benson also got threatened with a job loss because he skipped the Pride event. Was he okay? So I need to know if he was threatened with his entire job, like his contract being terminated, or if he was going to miss out on specifically payments from that event. That's one thing I need to know. The second comment I need to make on that is that's how it works for everybody. I don't know if you work, but if you don't show up, you get fired. Now, I don't think that that's fair for everybody, but I don't think it's a unique case. I want to emphasize that none of the things that are happening here are unique to almost anybody. I've been threatened with my job because I had to call out for medical reasons. For family medical reasons. This happens to people every single day, but it's not on ideological grounds. It's on monetary ones. NHL player. Okay. Yeah, because if you don't show up, they're like, you're here. No, you're here. Like the company, I can almost guarantee you the NHL said, You're here to make us money. Not all the rest of this bullshit is secondary. You're here to make us money. If you make us less money, you are getting dropped. We can go find somebody to make us money. That's all this is. It's always just money.
Oh, well, there you go. This quote, this is the first time we've experienced that, and I think it's something that we're going to have to evaluate in the offseason. Yeah. We got you idiots to scrape Black Lives Matter off of the basketball courts. And now we're going to get you to stop doing this to the people playing hockey. We're winning.
I mean, was having BLM on the courts, did that like ruin the game or something? No, it doesn't ruin the game. It's just people, there are some people who just don't like seeing that stuff, which is fine. Don't watch them. And, if there's enough of you, if there's enough people, then yeah, then the NBA or the NHL, whoever will be like, all right, fine, I guess, whatever. But again, they'll go whichever direction makes them more money at the end of the day. But that goes contrary to our worker rights laws. Workers' rights laws. Trust me, sadly in this country we don't have very strong worker rights laws. I've worked for many a company, and the thing that they tell, like at the end of all YouTube videos where they tell you to like click on one of these like things to watch more videos. Yeah, I've been meaning to film one of those. So that's what I was doing. I was just setting it up to film one.